What is up, YouTube? Sasuke the Savage here. Today I'm going to be reviewing Hunter x Hunter chapter 375. Now look, I got this hat on because I feel like it embodies my attitude. DGAF, don't give a fuck. I think Tagashi doesn't give a fuck. Because what was it, like two chapters ago, I was complaining about a whole shit ton of information being piled in one chapter, and then we get this chapter, and I put in the title of the thumbnail 6 chapters in 1, and you can hear the dogs barking in the background. It's crazy. I got a neighbor beside me who has like a chicken coop, so you can hear the roosters during the day and in morning. And then you have they're not even my neighbors. It's like a couple streets down. You can hear the dogs all the way from here, and my window is right there, so you can hear it all. Ugh. And plus, I'm tired because this chapter came out late at night. Actually, you can say it was early in the morning because it came around like five-ish or something like that. And I wanted to review it. So, here I am. Oh my goodness. Let's start off. Let's try to break this down, man. Because it's 6 parts, alright? The first part is the stuff with Tyson. Then the second part is learning more about the Prince's Nin Beast abilities. The third part is the stuff with Blockhead, the first Prince's bodyguard. The fourth part is with Hawkingbird. The fifth part is with Fugetsu. And lastly, the sixth part is with Bisky, Hanzu, and Wellgay slash Vergei. Alright, let's go. You have Tyson, and from what we've seen of Tyson's character, she has this kind of carefree attitude, and she really believes in the power of love, and she's also really self-centered to the point she made a book of her teachings. And I say I put quotations around her teachings because one of the bodyguards exposes her for using a singer's quotes or title of her songs for, I guess, like book teachings. And actually the singer's name is I think it was Machino Kana, and that was an actual singer because I had looked it up, and because they had a song called like Darling or something. I looked that up. Actual singer. So, and also in that very same page, I think Tagashi gives a shout out to Toriyama because I forget his name. Kurapika's teacher and the other bodyguard are talking, and they talk about the Genki Dama, which is the spirit bomb, which of course Dragon Ball Z, Toriyama. So I think that was Tagashi giving a little acknowledgement to Toriyama, since although I don't watch it, he's giving a shout out to Toriyama since Dragon Ball Super has ended. But Tyson is an individual who, like I said before, very narcissistic in that she believes, not to the degree of Camilla, because Camilla is a whole other beast. She's crazy. But Tyson is crazy in that she believes herself to be very, very important, and that these teachings are also important, and the power of love will save all. So if she were to become the king of Kakin, I guess she would try to solve wars with love. like I said, with the shout out to Toriyama with the Spirit Bomb reference, in a way, Tyson's Nin Beast ability is kind of like a Spirit Bomb in that it's an emitter type that gathers aura from the others who believe in Tyson's teaching. And it was already crazy enough that people actually believed the bullshit that she was saying. But I'll take it at face value, whatever. There's bodyguards that believe that Tyson, what her teachings are actually good to learn. But the spirit beast collects the aura of these individuals, and in turn, they get happiness about talking about the books of her teachings. But it's a catch, and we don't know exactly what that catch is, but it's a certain taboo that is I'm assuming among the people who actually believe in Tyson's teaching, that if it's broken, there will be a heavy price to be paid. And we don't know that price to be paid, and we don't know the certain taboo that has to be broken in order for this punishment to occur. And I would imagine, since it's Tyson, this taboo will probably be something so minimal that if you did break this taboo, you probably wouldn't even know. It's probably going to be something so microscopic that will have such big ramifications that it will make Tyson's Nin Beast look crazy. But everybody is on this boat is crazy, so I guess fuck it. But that's pretty much it with Tyson. Next, we learned the Nin abilities of 3 princes. Not their Nin abilities, their Nin Beast abilities. And that's Camilla, Tubepa, and Luxorus. Okay. Camilla's Nin Beast ability is that it's a manipulator and it's compulsory, so it can, if certain conditions are met, Camilla can make whoever the target is do whatever she wants to. So that's really an ability. Matter of fact, all of these abilities kind of fit the person to a T, except for Luxorus, I would argue, but we don't know that much about him. All we knew about Luxorus is that he be smoking them green leaves. So, hey, I'm cool with Luxorus. But, yeah, that's her Nin Beast ability. And Two's was weird, because they said that her Nin Beast needed a partner, but the actual ability is that she can make these drugs that can do various things. So her being, I guess, a scientist fits her character. Like I said, most of these Nin Beasts, it seems that they're appeasing or they're modeled after the prince that they follow. I mean, you have someone who has a drug and it can do various things. I don't see how that's going to help Tube, because yeah, you can make these drugs that can do various things unless she's taking the drugs herself. There's no way you're going to like poison any of the princes unless it's like one of the kids. There's no way I could see her doing that, because there's bodyguards all around these princes. There's no way they're going to take an outside drug from you, and I don't think it's going to work out that way. And lastly, Luxorus is weird as well. His Nin Beast looks kind of like a bug, and its ability is kind of like a spider, in that it has a trap set for you that it lures you in, and it tailors the lure to whatever you want. Like, for example, if I wanted to see a big booty bitch, then maybe I want to see them with Luxurious Nin Beast ability, and the big booty bitch is going to lure me in, and I'm going to follow the booty, and I'm going to be trapped in the manipulator ability. because that's what it is. It's half compulsory. So those are all the nin abilities of the beast for the three princes. And then you have the third part. Yo. First, you have Benny Boy's man, the bodyguard. What? I swear, Sagashi be making these people just so I can roast them. Because I already had to get on Yuri Nov's head, or Fury Nov, whatever. Yeah, I don't know this dude's name. I don't think they ever said his name. But this nigga got a blockhead, bro. It's like Tagashi, bro. You knew damn well. This man literally got a square-shaped head. Like, people, I don't hear this insult anymore, but, you know, people used to call people blockheads back in the day. And this nigga is the living embodiment of an insult. This nigga, that's why I put a Rubik's Cube in the thumbnail. His head is shaped like a square, bro. Come on now. So, for the rest of this video, this dude, since he does not have a name, will be referred to as Rubik. That is his new name. Starting now, Rubik. Alright? Alright. You have Rubik spying on Hawkingbird. And we see Hawkingbird. And actually, since this is the third part, actually, I'm going to merge the third part with the fourth part because it kind of ties into each other. But you have Hawkingbird mourning to death over the 12th prince, Momo. So that kind of shows his side of being compassionate, actually caring for his brothers and sisters. We already seen that he wanted to withdraw from the Secession War altogether. And, of course, for the younger kids, they want to get out of the war because they can't fend for themselves. We literally have Wobble, who's a baby, but Hawkingbird does it because of his morality. He feels it's wrong to go out there and try to kill your brothers and sisters. And mind you, it was stated that he was kind of like the black sheep of the family. He was somebody that only, and this is another thing too, they said that only the fourth prince really understood him. Or he only trusted the fourth prince. And seeing how the man that Hawkingbird is, seeing that he has a connection with the fourth prince out of all people, it's like, y'all couldn't be more opposite from each other. But that goes to show you, whatever side the fourth prince is showing Hawkingbird is complete bullshit. And that the fourth prince is, he wears many faces and he could be very, very convincing. Because I can't imagine if Hawkingbird knew the stuff that the fourth prince was doing in the background, that he would be so chummy with him. So that's one thing to be noted. But Rubik is spying on Hawkingbird, and he notes that his den beast is kind of like with the feathers, because in my last video someone had like explained it to me. It was kind of like his will of morality was kind of bouncing off on everybody else, and now everybody else has this joint will with each other, and now it was weak at first, but now it's building up, getting stronger, and now it's making them as individuals stronger thanks to the Nin Beast, who Rubik noted that the Nin Beast was an enhancer, but now with this ability, it also has another ability to revise memories. So that's pretty crazy if you could change someone's memory, like on some pudding shit. But the fact that it's an enhancer itself, and that it has a strong manipulator ability, that kind of reminds me of Kurapika, how initially he's a conjurer. he conjures the chains, but when he goes into Emperor time, he's a specialist. So that reminds me of the Hawkenbird's Nimbies. Enhancer, but thanks to Hawkenbird's will, his nature, his personality, it has this manipulator ability. I mean, you can have different types of abilities, but you won't be proficient in another one that you deviate away from. But this Nimbies, it seems like it's doing pretty well in the manipulator category, since it's wiping memories like nothing. But the whole thing was, Rubik was reporting to Benny Boy about what's going on, and he was like, yo, Benny, we gotta take this nigga out now, because he's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. We gotta cut his head off right now. But thanks to Hawkenbird's Nimbies, the Nimbies is looking at him like, nigga, I wish you would. Nigga. You pop off, you know what's gonna happen. He was eyeballing this man like, bro, you touch my prince, you gonna get the hands. Alright? Because Hawkenbird's Nimbies is menacing. It's menacing. And it's weird for him to have an ability like memory wiping when it looks like it's about to do some work. so Rubik was like, nah, he was like, Benny, I can't do it, bro. You gotta bring in the crew. I need like 2 more SWAT members. I need the gats, cause Benny Boy had them gats too. We see that it was a small panel. Benny Boy had them gats. He had guns. He had an armory. I'm like, damn. The more it's looking like it seems like Benny is prepared for war. And when he got off the phone with Rubik, one of his bodyguards was advising him like, yo, we should just sit and wait. We already had Camilla come after you, and she already exposed herself, and it was already easy enough for us. We didn't have to do anything. We should just lay back, let these princes fall on their own. And Benny Boy was like, nigga, that's not how I roll. And he was like, I know that ain't how you roll, bro, but come on, it's a smart way to do it. And we didn't see any dialogue after that. So I'm assuming that Benny Boy went with his bodyguards as prince, because we've seen that although he's impulsive, he will take the time to he will listen to his advisors, unlike Camilla, because we see where she ended up and where Benny Boy is now. But that wraps up the third part. The fourth part is with Hawkenberg again, because after he's done with his prayer for Momo, he goes again to try to appeal to the king to drop out of the secession war. And we see him crying because someone says to him like, you already tried this, it's kind of like too late, you already know the answer, what the king's going to give you. And he says, if I do nothing, it'll be just as bad as if I had involvement with Momo's death. So you can see he's very compassionate about this whole thing, and he genuinely has a good heart, and he's just in a really fucked up situation that he cannot avoid. And I can honestly see it happening. I can see the fourth prince going after this dude. The way how sick the fourth prince is, I can see him going after the ninth prince. And it'll be a real sad thing if it were to happen, because I feel for Hawkenberg, because he does not want to be here. He doesn't want this, but he has to do it. He has to, because the king isn't going to hear it. So that wraps up the fourth part. The fifth part is very short. It's just Fugetsu, and she tries to make the door reappear that linked her to Kacho. And I had somebody comment on my last video because I said that it was probably the Nimbys that did this, and somebody in my comments last video said that maybe it was Fugetsu being half awakened and her kind of like conjuring this door, which is still a possibility because nothing has been in concrete yet. But just the fact that Fugetsu tried to do it, she actively tried to do it again, make this door appear, and it didn't work. I'm leaning more towards the side of it being her Nimbys, since we haven't seen her Nimbys, and we haven't seen Kacho's Nimbys, and we haven't seen Wobo's Nimbys. Since Fugetsu really wanted to see Kacho, and we see the Nimbys kind of their abilities matching the personalities and the wants of their princess, I would imagine her Nimbys is doing the same for her, since she wanted to see Kacho. Maybe, I don't know what the ability would be, but it conjured this door for her so they could meet up. And then you got the sixth part, the last part. We see Hanzo wake up, and we see Wellgay or / Vergei. And for this chapter, he's Wellgay. He's well done gay. Whatever you want to. He's gay after this chapter. I'm sorry. Nothing against gay people. But Vergei, you are gay after this chapter. Because we have him still bitching about wanting to send his bodyguards over to Kurapika for the nin teaching, because one of the bodyguards died there. One of their bodyguards, actually. And he's bitching about doing it, sending one of their dudes. And actually, I gotta get the dude's name, because this dude is also important. I gotta get the dude's name. Hold on. I think his name is pronounced Virulente. Yeah. Actually, and you know what? I'll get into him later. But let's talk about this man, because he was continuously denying the belief of Nin. He was saying that Nin is just a magic trick. It's fake. It's a sham. Blah, 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 blah. And then Bisky's like, yo, how about I just teach y'all Nin, alright? Just save the bullshit, save the bitching. Let's do this. And then he was like, you can't prove to me that Nin is real. And yo, Bisky goes to her original form, beefs up, and this man, Wellgay. This man, it was funny, because he looked at Bisky when she went in her muscular form. He looked at Bisky, and Hanzo thought he was speechless. Hanzo thought he was speechless because he was surprised to see Bisky in that form, but no. The next page we see he's speechless because he's sprung. He was thirsty for Bisky's muscles. I'm sitting here like he's describing every part of her muscles. Like, well, what did he say? Like the delta whatevers. He's looking at the biceps. He's looking at the triceps. He's looking like, God damn, Bisky. I'm looking like, bro. That's how you like your women? That's why you're Wellgay for this chapter. Next chapter, I'll call you by your Viz translated name, Vergei, but you are well done, well over gay after this chapter, fool. And here's the thing, man. People like their women in different shapes and sizes, you know. I mean, you have people in the anime community, blah, blah, blah. There's people who like lollies. It's like people who like, and I'm saying legal lollies. Legal lollies, all right? We ain't talking about no adolescents, all right? Legal lollies. Bisky is a legal lolly in her smaller form because what is she like 50 something? Um, people like that. People like thick women. People like all kinds of women. I don't know of anybody who likes women that could choke you out in half a second. That's just me. Maybe he likes to be in submissive positions. Maybe he likes to be dominated or whatever. But yo, no, 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 just no, no. At first, Wellgay was opposed to sending Vergei to Kurapika, but as soon as he seen Biscuit's transformation and he fell in love, he was like, yeah. We'll send him over there. Yeah. But it's not because I believe Kurapika. It's because I need a man inside there. Yeah. And when at first he was opposed to Bisky teaching in, but after he seen the form, she was like, yeah. So who should I start with? One of the bodyguards over there. He's like, no. Please, I would like to be personally taught by you, Bisky Sama. Please. It's like this dude changed his tune quickly after the muscles came out, and it was like, yo, there's no hope for you, bro. And with that, because they're in a separate kind of nin world, I guess you could say. And Bisky explains it that it's like could be in three parts. Is one that you can enter and exit, one that it's impossible to enter and exit, and actually, let me go down the line. The one that's possible for you to enter and exit is kind of reminiscent of Noel's ability hide and seek, how he could go in there and go back out. So that's what that's like. The one that's impossible to enter and exit is kind of like Chitu's ability. If you remember, he trapped Morel and himself in this world that they both could not exit out. And the third is one that's like a one-way street. Once you leave, you're gone. And that's what we got in this chapter, because when the bodyguard exits out the door, his whole body, he's no longer able to go back in the same room, because as he sees it, he sees room 13, but he's not in the same vortex or whatever as Bisky and the rest of the crew. Very last part is this dude Vergei. If you remember, he was one of the dudes that raised his hand with Kurapika, because when Kurapika was giving the teachings, there were 16 bodyguards, and he straight up asked them, do any of you guys know Nin? And the two people that raised their hand was one Urinov/Furinov and Vergei. Those are the two guys who raised their hand and admitted they already knew Nin prior to Kurapika's teachings. So, I actually read back that chapter with the assassin chapter with Silent Majority, and he was actually very close to the maid when the Silent Majority thing happened. Because we don't know who exactly did it, but it's already noted that this dude knows Nin, so he's a hunter. So it's kind of like, yo, he could have been an assassin. And remember, the person who got assassinated was Bisky, the 13 Prince's own bodyguard. So if he did this, he could secretly be another bodyguard for someone else. So very risky with him, very shady stuff. But I don't know where to go with that. But we'll just leave it at that. Oh, I did it. That's it for the chapter, man. Oh, that's it for the chapter, bro. Sasuke the Savage. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't give a fuck if you do. But I'm out.